Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fluent Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Fluent, and I'm really excited about today's topic.
We're diving into something essential for anyone living in or visiting a big city, using public transport. And joining me today is my good friend Jason, who is a true daily user and expert in navigating city life without a car. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks, Mr. Fluent. It's great to be here. And expert might be a strong word, but I definitely rely on public transport every single day.
Well, for many of us, it feels like a big challenge, so you're definitely our guide today.
Okay, so I live in the heart of a pretty large city, and my main options are the subway, which we sometimes call the metro or underground, and city buses.
Jason, let's start with your daily routine. What kind of public transport do you usually take to get around?
For my daily commute to work, it's usually the subway because it's the fastest. But for shorter trips, or if I want to explore, the bus is great.
Right. So you mix and match depending on the journey.
Not at all. It's pretty simple now. In my city, we use a special reloadable card, sort of like a debit card, just for transport.
Let's talk about the practical side. How do you usually buy tickets for the subway or bus? Is it complicated?
You can buy these cards at any subway station from a machine or even some local convenience stores.
Okay.
Then you just add money to it, called topping up, either at a machine, online, or through an app on your phone.
So, no more searching for exact change or fumbling with paper tickets every single time. That's a huge time saver.
Exactly. You just tap your card on the reader when you enter and exit the station or bus, and it calculates the fare automatically. Very smooth.
That does sound much easier. What about waiting? Is it usually crowded at the stations or bus stops?
Oh, it definitely can be, especially during peak hours. That's usually from about 7 to 9 a.m. and then again from 5 to 7 p.m.
The rush hour.
Exactly. During those times, trains and buses can get packed. You learn to time your trips carefully. If I can, I try to leave a little earlier or later to avoid the biggest crowds. It makes a big difference.
Smart strategy. So how do you plan your routes and know when the next transport is coming? Do you use an app or do you just know the routes by heart now?
Oh, definitely an app. There are some really fantastic apps that give you real-time information. They tell you exactly when the next bus or train is arriving, show you the entire route, and even estimate travel times.
Real-time information. That's crucial.
Yes, they also show if there are any delays or service changes, which is super helpful for avoiding unexpected problems.
So it's not just a map, it's a real-time problem solver, suggesting alternative routes if your usual one is blocked.
Exactly. It makes planning much less stressful. You can quickly see where to transfer and how long you'll actually be traveling.
That must save a lot of time and worry. Okay, so let's talk preferences. Subway versus bus. Do you have a favorite, and why?
That's a good question. I think I prefer the subway for longer distances or when I'm really in a hurry. It's usually much faster because it travels underground, so it doesn't get stuck in street traffic.
Right. No traffic jams when you're underground. That's a definite plus.
But I do like the bus for shorter trips, or when I want to enjoy the scenery. You get to see the city from the bus, you know?
Yeah, that's true. You're not just looking at a dark tunnel wall. It's more of an experience. So, comparing public transport to driving a car in the city, what do you see as the main advantages?
Definitely cost saving first and foremost. No gas, no expensive parking fees, no car insurance, and far less maintenance costs. When you add all that up, it's a huge saving every month.
That's a massive one. It really makes a difference to your budget.
And also, you can relax or be productive. I can read a book, listen to music, catch up on emails, or just watch people. When you're driving, you have to stay totally focused on the road, which can be tiring.
Good point. So it's generally less stressful and you get some me time back.
Exactly. No road rage for me, usually, which is nice.
Usually. What about the disadvantages? Are there times when you seriously wish you had a car?
Oh, definitely. If I need to carry a lot of groceries or large, awkward items, it's a real hassle on the bus or subway.
That's a very practical point. Aside from bulky shopping, what are some of the more interesting or memorable situations you've experienced on public transport?
Oh, definitely. One time, the subway stopped between stations for about 20 minutes. Everyone was checking their phones, of course, but then this guy just pulled out a ukulele and started playing. The whole car joined in singing. It turned the potentially frustrating delay into a really fun, spontaneous moment. You don't get that in a car.
Sounds like quite the adventure. That's a fantastic example of the unexpected community you can find. Beyond the practicalities, what about the environmental impact or even the health benefits of using public transport?
That's a great point. Environmentally, it's a no-brainer. Fewer cars on the road mean less pollution, which is better for everyone. And for health, I walk a lot more than I would if I drove. Walking to the bus stop or subway station and then to my final destination really adds up. It's built-in exercise without even thinking about it. Plus, like we said, you have that mental space to just chill, read, or listen to a podcast.
Those are significant upsides. But let's be frank, sometimes public transport gets a bad rap. What about concerns like safety, especially late at night, or reliability issues that might crop up?
That's a valid concern. For safety, especially late at night, I always try to stick to well-lit, busy stops and choose the front car on the subway if possible. And those real-time apps we talked about, they're great for seeing exactly when your ride will arrive, so you spend less time waiting alone. As for reliability, yes, sometimes there are delays or breakdowns, but usually the system is quite efficient. And those apps, again, are lifesavers for finding alternative routes quickly. It's not perfect, but it's constantly improving.
That's a really balanced perspective, Jason. It sounds like while public transport has its quirks and challenges, the benefits, from cost savings and environmental impact to the potential for unique experiences, definitely make it a strong contender for city living. You've given us a lot to think about today.
Absolutely, Mr. Fluent. It's all about weighing the pros and cons for your personal situation. But for me, the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages. Thanks for having me on to discuss it.
And thank you, Jason, for sharing your invaluable experience and insights on navigating public transport. It's been a truly enlightening conversation. To all our listeners, thank you for tuning in to the Fluent Talk Podcast.
Yes, a big thank you from me too. And we hope this discussion helps you feel more confident about using public transport in your city. Join us next time for more